Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Let me just check the volume here. Okay, and on today's episode of Jash Reads, I will be continuing reading Eragon by Christopher Polini. And as always, this video is not intended for kids. Instead, it is intended for adults who are discovering or rediscovering the inheritance cycle. So, yay! Today was a little bit crazy and hectic, but yeah. And actually joining with me today, as always, is what I'm calling Keyboard Penguin. He's usually always there. He's sort of a technical advisor. And joining me just for today is Husky, because I can't get a real husky. I get them plushy form. Yay! Okay, now that, the cast is out of the way, let's do this. Which would be more fitting to say for an Amor's dramatic reading, but never mind that. Okay. The deepening night obscured his surroundings. The shaded mountains were unfamiliar. I'm in the spine. I don't know where. During the middle of winter, with a crazed dragon unable to walk or find shelter? Night is falling. I have to get back to the farm tomorrow. And the only way to do that is to fly, which I can't endure anymore. He took a deep breath. Oh, I wish Saphira could breathe fire. He turned his head and saw her next to him, crouched low to the ground. He put a hand on her side and found it trembling. The barrier in her mind was gone. Without it, her fear scorched through him. He clamped down on it and slowly soothed her with gentle images. That was totally part of the acting process there. And I don't know why I'm turning away from the screen. It's not like you're actually right there in front of me. And FYI, and also note to myself in the future, sneeze into the elbow, not what I was doing. Don't. Be a better person than me. Anyways, back to the story. He clamped down on it and slowly soothed her with gentle images. Why do the strangers frighten you? Murderers! She hissed. Garrow is in danger, and you kidnapped me on this ridiculous journey? Are you unable to protect me? She growled deeply and snapped her jaws. Ah, but if you think you can, why run? Death is poison. He leaned on one elbow and stifled his frustration. Saphira, look where we are. The sun is down, and your flight has stripped my legs as easily as I would scale a fish. Is that what you wanted? No. Then why did you do it? He demanded. Through his link with Saphira, he felt her regret for his pain, but not for her actions. She looked away and refused to answer. The icy temperature deadened Eragon's legs. Although it lessened the pain, he knew that his condition was not good. He changed tack. I'm going to freeze unless you make me a shelter or hollow so I can stay warm. Even a pile of pine needles and branches would do. She seemed relieved that he had stopped interrogating her. There's no need. I will curl around you and cover you with my wings. The fire inside me will stay the cold. Eragon let his head thump back on the ground. Fine, but scrape the snow off the ground. It'll be more comfortable. In answer, Saphira raised a drift with her tail, clearing it with one powerful stroke. She swept over the side again to remove the last few inches of hardened snow. He eyed the exposed dirt with distaste. I can't walk over there. You'll have to help me to it. Her head, larger than his torso, swung over him and came to rest by his side. He stared at her large... God. Don't worry, I'm going to wash my hands after. God. Okay. Okay, back to the story again. Her head, larger than his torso, swung over him and came to rest by his side. He stared at her large, sapphire-colored eyes and wrapped his hands around one of her ivory spikes. She lifted her head and slowly dragged him to the bare spot. Gently, gently. Stars danced in his eyes as he slid over a rock, but he managed to hold on. After he let go, Saphira rolled on her side, exposing her warm belly. He huddled against the smooth scales of her underside. Her right wing extended over him and enclosed him in complete darkness, forming a living tent. Almost immediately, the air began to lose its frigidity. He pulled his arms inside his coat and tied the empty sleeves around his neck. For the first time, he noticed that hunger gnawed at his stomach, but did not distract him from his main worry. Could he get back to the farm before the strangers did? And if not, what would happen? Even if I can force myself to ride Saphira again, it'll be at least mid-afternoon before we get back. The strangers could be there long before that. He closed his eyes and felt a single tear slide down his face. What have I done? And on that bright and cheery note, we're going to end this chapter. Yay! Nice happy end of chapter where our protagonist is going, oh shit, did me not warning Garrow of Saphira mean that I've killed him? Or, just the fact that he's not there anymore will be enough to kill Garrow? His uncle that's been taking care of him his entire life? Like, he's not having an easy time. He's learning that, life changes. Like, your siblings will go away sometime. And then added to that fact is these strangers are posing a danger to him and Saphira. And not only that, now he has to struggle with the fact that, hey, I might not get home in time to rescue my uncle. Yay, I'm so glad I did not have that kind of a childhood. Like, I would say my childhood was great, but at least it's nothing like poor Eragon here. At least it's... Okay, sorry. There's some stuff over here on this side that's just been added. I got a new keyboard, which means the old one is right here, so yay! But anyways, the question for this week's, not this week. Well, yeah, I only do one Eragon video a week. So yeah, this week's video, the question for this week's Eragon video is how would you react to Saphira if she just did what she did to Eragon, you know, just freak out and sort of ruin his legs for a little bit and make him unable to easily get to his uncle and warn his uncle and possibly be the death of his uncle? Like, how would you react? Would you react like Eragon did? Would you react even harsher? Or would you be totally cool, like, okay, this is my life now? Please comment down below. Also, comment below with whatever you thought about this chapter. And remember, no spoilers. I'm sort of, hoping that some people will either discover or rediscover the inheritance cycle through these videos. And there's some pretty big twists and turns for newcomers and people who've forgotten the majority of what they read. So, no major spoilers, please. And let's see. Oh yeah, please like this video if you want to give Eragon a hug. And also remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I am going to be reading the entire inheritance cycle extremely slowly, but I am going to get through it. Hopefully. Unless, it takes like longer than I'm alive, then yeah, I can't exactly continue doing dramatic reads while I'm dead. Unfortunately, we do not yet possess that technology, and if we did, I would not be able to afford it. Let's see, what else? I think that's pretty much it. So, I hope you're all staying safe, you're all staying healthy, you're not taking unnecessary risks. If you're if you have, goddamn, now I'm forgetting words. Okay, COVID-19's out. If you're high risk, you shouldn't go out just because you're feeling trapped. And also remember, wear a mask. Protect yourself and others, and that'll be it for today. Bye! Okay. Hey.